Hello. When you do your assignment work, it needs to be formatted a specific way. Otherwise, Mr. BTech is unlikely to accept it. So we've got some practice text here that we're going to format. This text is just about different sorts of cars. And we're going to run through and do the formatting on the different headings. At the minute, all of this is just normal text, as you can see here. But we're going to make some parts of it a heading. Some parts of it a large heading and some parts a smaller heading. So first bit is the top here, which is actually the overall title for the whole document. So highlight that and click on heading 1. Title. Click on title. So that only appears once in the whole document. The next heading is a large heading. So that's going to be heading 1. And below that, Ford Fiesta is small heading, which is heading 2. If you go down a couple more lines, you'll see another car there, Audi A1, so that's going to be small heading as well. So we've got two small headings for two examples of cars, both of which are small hatchbacks. After that, we've got a different shape of car, an estate car, so that's going to be a large heading, heading 1. And then the two examples of estate cars are going to be heading 2, the Mercedes and the Mondeo. Another large heading for SUVs. And then small headings, heading 2, for the examples, the BMW and the Nissan Qashqai. And then finally, sports cars, large heading. And the two examples, small heading, heading 2. Now we've got some strange spacing here, but don't worry about that. Let's change the font sizes next. So this overall title that only appears once, that's too large at 26. So probably 24 is okay for that, and make it bold. The large headings, heading 1, of which we've got 4, small hatchback, estates, SUVs, etc. That should probably be bold and 16. Now we don't have to change all 4 large headings. If we set one, we can right click, go down to format options and update heading 1 to match. And all the heading 1s, all the large headings will match that. Need to do the same with the small headings here. That should be bold and 14 font, size 14. While it's highlighted, right click, format options, update heading 2. So now we've got the correct size and weight of font for all of the headings. The main text itself here should be font size 11 or 12. I'm at 12 at the minute, so I'm going to make it 11 just to show you how to change it. Again, if you were to highlight just one word and set it back to 11, and then right click, format options, update normal text, it will update all of the text that is set as normal text. Everything here is now size 11. If that doesn't work, sometimes that changing one word and then saying or selecting update all normal text, sometimes that doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it's because there's other formatting in the background. In order to fix that, you just do Control A, which highlights everything, and then format, clear formatting, and then it will work. So I'll set my normal text here back to 12 just to show you. Just highlight one word, set it back, set just that word back to size 12, right click, format options, update normal text. Now all my text is size 12. Next thing is the line spacing. Highlight everything, Control A, highlights everything. This is our line spacing here. Set it to 1.5. If you find you've got a large space, sort of between some of these headings, like here. Again, Control A to highlight everything. Go into line spacing, and if you go into custom spacing, if you just set both of these to 0, that should even up all the spacing. Next thing we need to do is to number all of the paragraphs. So we're going to highlight everything in the document apart from the title. So starting here, just drag right down. And then format, bullets and numbering, numbered list menu, and this option. And that will number all of the paragraphs. However, the numbering system isn't right. This section 1 here, this should be section 2, estate cars. And this should be 1.1 because it's the first part in section 1, and this should be 1.2. And this should be 1.1.1, and this should be 1.1.2. It's okay, it'll do that for you. If you just go to here and press the tab button on your keyboard, same at the start of IDA 1. And then for the actual main text itself, do the same. Click at the beginning of the text, and this time 2 tabs. Beginning of text, 2 tabs. That is it laid out properly. Section 1, and then part 1 of section 1, part 2 of section 1. So I'll run through that again for you. You're going to tab in on the small heading here, you're going to tab in once, and on the main text, click at the beginning, press tab twice. Here I've got another part of the main text, so again press tab twice and you see it works it out for you, 211, 212. I think I'm down to 5 there, so there's something wrong with the small hatchbacks number 1, estate number 2. That's tabbed in too much. That should be, or not enough actually, that should be 2.2. That's it now. So small hatchbacks is section 1, estates section 2, SUVs section 3, sports cars section 4. And I haven't had to put any of those numbers in. The formatting tool has done the numbering for me. If you want to add some more text in here, let's say for the Ford Fiesta we want to expand this text. If we just hit enter, we'll get a new paragraph with a new number beside it. And if we want to take a new line without a new paragraph, in other words, without a new number, shift and enter will give you a new line without a new number. It would be better if these sections, section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, were on individual pages. So if we go to the end here of where we would like a new page to be, Control Enter will give us a new page. You might need to take out that. Actually, because these different sections, section 1, section 2, section 3 should all begin, section 4 should all begin on new pages, we need to insert a section break, not just a new page. So if you click at the beginning of section 2 there, put your cursor just before the E, and you go to insert, break, section break, next page, and that will move section 2 down to a fresh page. Same for section 3. You can't click over here in front of the 3 because that's the numbering system. Just click in front of the heading itself. Insert, break, section break, next page. Same with heading 4. Insert, break, section break, next page. We should actually do it with section 1 as well so that this is on its own. So do it there as well. Section break, next page. And that gives us a heading on page 1. And then each section begins on a new page. And heading should really be in the center, so you can highlight that and center justify it. And you might end up putting some text below it here, like your name and the subject and your date and whatever. Now it's likely you'll need to be adding images into your assignments. So I've got an image here for an IDA1. We're going to drop that in here. If we just take a new line, it'll create a new paragraph. If we press enter, we'll get a new paragraph and a new paragraph number. So we don't want that. So shift enter gives us a new line without a paragraph number. It's just new line but not new paragraph, even though it looks like a new paragraph. And there I can paste in my Audi A1 picture, drag it in a good bit. Below it, it's going to need to say a figure number. So if you click just here to put the cursor at the end of the image, again shift enter because we don't want a paragraph number to appear, and figure 1.1 because we're in section 1 and it's the first image. So we don't continue this numbering. This numbering is for the words, for the paragraphs. It's the first image in section 1, so it's figure 1.1. If there's another image below, it would be figure 1.2. And if there's an image in section 3 here, that would be 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. It's also a good idea with your images here to give them a border, which you can just do in 2 clicks. Click on the image, come up to here for border color. Just put a border on it. And it can't just say figure 1.1, it should say what it is. A typical IDA1. And in any of these sections, if we want to add more text, as we mentioned, just hitting enter will give you a new paragraph number and you can add new text there. And if you want a new line without a paragraph number, shift and enter will give you that. Now, because we have set these different blocks of text as being heading 1, heading 2, normal text, etc., we can get Google Docs to produce a table of contents, which means we don't have to go through the whole document and make our own table of contents. You are going to need a table of contents on page 2. So page 1 is your title. There should be a page 2 in here with the table of contents before your assignment work starts. So let's put another section break in. So in front of section 1, insert, break, section break, next page. And on this blank page, we'll click insert, down to page elements, table of contents, and it's the middle option there, the one that draws the dots across. And there we have a table of contents with page numbers as well. Now this table of contents will update, but you have to tell it to update manually. So in other words, if we scroll down here and let's say we've got under sports cars, we've got Porsche 911, Mazda MX-5. Let's say we're going to put in, I don't know, Ferrari, Enzo, Ferrari F40, let's say. So I'm going to hit enter, but it thinks I want to do more text here, but I want to actually move this back to be 4.3 because it's going to be a heading. So Shift Tab will take it back. And I can tab again there to start section 4.3. Now you'll notice it doesn't pick up that if it's section 4.3 it should match the other headings, but that's because you'll notice if you click on it, it thinks it's just normal text. But you can set it then to heading 2 and you're ready to go. Having added that in, if we come back to the table of contents, it doesn't automatically appear, but if you just click in the table of contents and click the update button, there it is. So Mr. BTech expects to see a table of contents with a list of headings and subheadings and page numbers, etc. And that is how you achieve it.